little game of mine, and he said, no, get on, get on, get on, get on. Get on, get on, get on, get on. Get on, get on, get on, get on. Picking this little game of mine, and he said, no, get on.
Okay, breaking news. Judge declines to grant new trial for Karmelo Anthony. Man, this lady is everywhere. Karmelo Anthony's request for a new trial has been denied. Retired Judge Michael Chitty ruled against the motion Saturday, leaving Anthony's murder conviction and 35-year prison sentence into place. The ruling follows a 2-day hearing where Anthony's new legal team argued that decisions surrounding his original trial limited his ability to fully present his self-defense case. The ruling follows a 2-day hearing where Anthony's new legal team argued that the decisions surrounding his original trial limited his ability to fully present his self-defense case. I had to read that 2 times. This is a major setback for the defense team, but the legal fight is not over. Anthony's attorney can still challenge the conviction through the appellate court process. Earlier this week, original trial judge John Roach Jr. was removed from the post-trial proceedings after concerns were raised over comments he made following the verdict. All right. Here go Candace Matthews. File Karmelo's appellate brief. This is where his lawyers formally tell the Court of Appeals these were the errors. This is where they appear in the record. This is the controlling law. This is why the errors were harmful. And this is the relief Karmelo is requesting. Rule 38 governs appellate briefs. Number 6, the state responds. Karmelo can reply. The prosecution files its appellate's brief defending the conviction. Karmelo's attorneys can then file a reply addressing the state's arguments. Counsel can also request oral argument or an oral argument where appropriate. Court of Appeals decides the case depending on the issues. Potential outcomes including affirming the conviction, reversing and remanding for a new trial, reversing for other proceedings, modifying the judgment, or in the appropriate sufficiency of the evidence circumstance, rendering an acquittal. Number 8, if the Court of Appeals rules against Karmelo, the fight isn't necessarily finished. The counsel can consider a motion for rehearing and on bank reconsideration, and then a petition for discretionary review, asking the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, the state's highest criminal court, to review the case. Separate, I don't even know what that is. Habeas issues should be preserved for later when necessary. If an important constitutional claim depends on facts outside the trial record, certain ineffective assistance claims are a common example. It may be better suited for post-conviction habeas corpus rather than trying to force it into the direct appeal. Then she wrote another one. She's into that, Dr. Candace Matthews. Judge is in the parents' back pocket. None of them can be trusted. God will deal with all of them in his time. Just think, if he had only stabbed him intending to injure him rather than kill him, we could potentially be talking about probation instead of prison. Just think if he hadn't had the knife at all, or if he had been surrounded by his own teammates instead of being confronted. According to the allegation, Karmelo's anger stemmed from being confronted by a white student. There are also reported text messages that the prosecutors say show what he had been fantasizing about beforehand. Regardless of where someone stands on this case, the entire situation is a parent's worst nightmare. One decision, one moment of anger, one weapon, and the consequences can change multiple family lives forever. One person said in the comments, I wouldn't be surprised if terrible things begin to happen to everyone involved in this. This system isn't just, but God is, okay? You're retired, but making a decision on someone's trial. I could have told y'all all that talk. They're not retrying that boy. They all in cahoots. God, please protect this young man. Black people are not angry enough right now. One person said in the comments, it's not over. I will be glad to see the day when we ever get that kind of power. Let me see. Let me take a look. Okay. It's not over. His lawyer failed him. My God. Look at the judge. Expected that.
Hey, y'all. Today I'm going to talk about
This NBA young boy's mama. We got another auntie. What the hell she want to talk about, bro?
the dirt ass boy in Baton Rouge keep putting my name in his mouth. You made another post about me, bitch. First off, you gonna say I ain't even say her name. I ain't saying your name, but everybody know who the fuck I'm talking to. You do not know me. You do not know nothing about me.
I see where NBA young boy gets it from.
Who sat there and told the world, oh, she left her children. I don't blame her son about what she said. That lady wasn't out. Bitch, you ain't from Baton Rouge if you gonna say some bullshit like that, because anybody know me, they motherfucking know. Ain't nobody raised mine but me. And at the same...
All right, man. Yo Gotti's Memphis restaurants raises minimum age to 30. Guests required to show ID at the door. Oh, he don't want no young people up in there? Memphis. It's in Memphis, right? Yo Gotti's Memphis restaurant raises the minimum age to 30 years of age. Guest requires to show ID at the door. I totally understand that. That shit is in Memphis, though. Yo Gotti's Memphis restaurant, Privy, is changing who can come through them doors. The restaurant has raised its minimum age requirement from 21 to 30 years of age, with guests now required to show a valid government-issued ID to enter. The establishment says the new policy was implemented to enhance our dining experience. The change comes several years after a deadly shooting at Privy. In March 2023, 2 people were killed and 5 others were injured following an altercation that police said began inside the establishment. All right. Also, incidents happened inside of the Privy restaurants back in 2023 in March. Yeah, I guessed that in my mind. It's in Memphis. Y'all ever been to Memphis? Woo, shit. The police said that began inside the establishment and then it spilled into the parking lot. Authorities said several people retrieved guns from vehicles before gunfire was exchanged. At the time, an attorney for Privy disputed that the altercation began inside, saying the violence happened in the parking lot as the restaurant was closing. Authorities later arrested and charged multiple suspects in connection with the shooting. While the history of violence adds context to Privy's stricter entry policy, the restaurant has not said the 2023 shooting is the reason it raised the minimum age to the age of 30. And despite another tragedy connected to Yo Gotti's family, his brother Anthony Big Juke Mims was not killed at Privy. Big Juke was fatally shot outside a different Memphis establishment, Perignon's restaurant. I don't know if I'm saying it right. And an event center back in January 2024. Yeah, I thought his brother died at the restaurant, but okay, I was wrong. Let me see. More of these types. Please possibly put a restriction on athletic sneakers as a grown man. Yeah, I know some places that does that where you have to wear slacks, pants. You have to wear. You have to be what's the word that I'm looking for? You got to be practical. You got to dress practical. You see what I'm saying? That if you wearing jeans and sneakers, they're not gonna let you in. Which I agree with that. I'm like, bro, have some class about yourself. More of these types, please possibly put a restriction on athletic sneakers as a grown man. I love to groom and dress well and have my jacket hung up for me. I wear a ground fragrance, Grand Soir, and relish the experience with my wifey. I will gladly tip exceedingly generously for this kind of environment and service. Enough of seeing unruly boys in sagging pants. I don't care if they raise it to 60. Too many people have been unalive or hurt in that parking lot. I'll pass. Damn. The thing is, it makes sense because a lot of youngins don't know how to act. Not just the dudes, but the chicks as well. Oh, shit. You are not lying, especially when the guidance of TikTok. Who? A lot of 30-year-olds of today are no better, but it's a step up. He displayed a certain lifestyle, so it attract a certain lifestyle. Okay. I mean, age don't mean maturity. That's true. I get annoyed with adults twerking near my food, but I guess, oh shit, you should have also said I digress. Am I tripping, or that picture kind of looked like Dr. Dre mixed in too? Okay, you talking about some other shit. You're the motherfucker that can't go into the restaurant. Your request has been denied, you little motherfucker. Let me see her shit. Yeah, you could tell she a little retarded. Gotti said, this party right here is for grown folks. And just like one of the comments say that, you know, even though that you're 30, that doesn't mean that you're grown. And that's a true statement. I know some idiots that are 50 years old, goddamn shit. Good. Less drama, more actual fun, less disputes, and actual vibes. Not just stares and recording on phones and actual excuse me, I'm sorry, may I? That picture is Dr. Dre with a splash of Gotti and Timberland. Market music to young folks, but don't want them in the establishment. What does it mean? Mind you, no one under 30 want to be there. Laughing my ass off. Mariah from Married to Medicine said, pressure wash it. AI turned Gotti into Dr. Dre. The masterpiece I'm working on will be 35 and up and invite only. I go to parties where you have to be invited, and I go to parties where if they recognize you, they're going to let you in. If they don't know you, you're not coming in. They don't care if you have money. I go to certain parties where you have to be part of the community to get into the party. You know what I mean? If they know you, they're going to let you in. If they don't know you, you're not coming in. Those are the type of parties I go to. See what I'm saying? Like, if you're trying to go to the party, I got to take you to the party. You got to come with me, or you got to come with somebody that's recognized through that community. That's the type of parties I go to. Like I have to take you there and take you to the party. Once they see me, they're going to let you in. But if I'm not there, they ain't going to let you in because they don't know you. You know, and I like going to those type of parties because I don't want no problems. I mean, yes, I got ex-girlfriends, you know, that cause problems. I don't really do too much to my ex-girlfriends. I let them act stupid and deranged and shit. But I talk a lot of shit, and I will cuss you out, and I will hurt your feelings, and I will go below the belt. So my ex-girlfriends, they can do as much as they want, but I'm going to say something fucked up to piss them off and tell them to get the fuck up on out of here. Ain't nobody buying you shit. I don't care if you broke. I will say shit like that. I don't care, nigga. You hungry, nigga? You better go buy you something to eat, bitch. Fuck out of here, bro. The hell's wrong with you, man? Leave me alone. Man, get your ass up on that. That's what I do right there. Anyway.